Holy crap, Shepard? I thought you were dead.
And speaking of Novaria and people we met there, here's another such person. Gianna Parsini, you may remember as the undercover agent that we worked with that helped us get the pass to go into the garage, to get out of Port Hanshin on Novaria, to eventually take it out to the research station where Matriarch Venezia was, and of course, she was protecting, the Rachni Queen.
Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parsini, Novaria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Analeus.
And we did help her with a corruption case she was working on with the person who was running Port Hanshin, and so we did help her out in the process. It wasn't just her helping us. So it was our pleasure.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Analeus?
He made the one mistake Novaria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer.
That is true. She did say that after we did her a favor in Mass Effect 1.
What brings you to Ilium? You know, that you can talk about.
And so, worth noting here quickly, that depending on what you did to get that pass in Mass Effect 1, this conversation could not even happen, or could be quite different, because that is actually one of the quests that has, it's probably the quest, at least in Mass Effect 1, that has the most ways for you to complete it, getting that pass to get out of Port Hanshin, and some of those ways are pretty complicated. We, of course, did eventually help her to get the information to, convict Administrator Analeus, but let's just say there are many other ways that could completely avoid Gianna or could work completely against Gianna as well. So, we're okay. I mean, we're on good terms in that case, I'd say. But, yeah, so the thing is, like, kind of going after these collector people.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork.
What you looking at?
Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
She says as we don't drink our beer. Examine the beer. Hold on. Look at the beer she left us. Shepard. Had to leave. Target saw me. Couldn't break cover. A sorry merchant smuggling schematics from Novaria. Can you talk her into showing you good stuff? Okay. Okay, maybe not a coincidence in that case. That she had to leave so quickly. Let's see. So, Ilium Gianna Parsini is the assignment. Gianna Parsini has requested help in an undercover operation. She wants to draw out a nearby tech merchant who she believes is smuggling merchandise. Talk to the merchant, convince the tech merchant to show smuggled merchandise. Okay. That may be worth doing here. Let's see. It is presumably
I'm
you.
looking for the best tech upgrades
Hold on.
you have.
Of course, I can help you with a consult and figure out what options work for you.
I believe that guy will have more to say. He's kind of funny if I recall correctly, but that's intense.
I need minimal heat increase and speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
You see,
Certainly, sir.
I have extremely high performance requirements.
I need a 100% safety guarantee of anything going on to my suit.
And it needs to be 100% safe. It basically needs to be perfect. I'm not willing to make any compromises at all. Can we interact with the station at all as well?
Do you
We
have
can.
anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room. I own you.
I'll see what we can do, sir.
Not only does it need to be perfect and perfectly safe, it also needs to be extremely stylish, mind you. Let's see. Oh, well, we were talking previously about how biotic damage was an upgrade that we needed to get in order to unlock future biotic upgrades. So that is very tempting. It is very expensive, though, as well. Bypass module doubles the time limit of bypass. Now, bypass is the one where we're matching the circles. That's the one that I find significantly easier than the other one. It's hacking, which is the one that I find a fair bit tougher. And hacking, there was a similar upgrade that we can get to increase the time we have for that based on Omega in one of the shops there. And I was saying at the time, you know, if we have the extra money to do so, I wouldn't necessarily be against picking it up. Of course, it's purely from a quality of life standpoint. If you're fast enough and good enough at those, then in theory you don't ever need to purchase these, and so you can save a few credits that way. But I definitely don't think we need this one. The other one on Omega, you could potentially still make the case. Oh, med shell capacity. That's also very nice, and is something that at least at one point in time we needed in order to unlock future upgrades. Not sure if that's still the case. Then we have some gear upgrades as well. It's very weapon damage oriented, although it does have some shields as well. Then we have... Interestingly, the combination of the torso plus the helmet. Just wondering how that stacks up compared to what we have right now with our Cerberus armor. Our Cerberus armor does give, I think it's at least shields, might be shields and health. I have to double check. But we certainly liked what our existing armor was giving us. I'm just wondering if this might actually be worth considering instead. Then you got the shoulder plates for more shields, and I mean the melee damage, that part don't really care about. Probably rather have that be weapon damage or power damage or really anything other than melee damage, because I'm not really doing that. And arm sheathing, more weapon damage, more shields, more melee damage. So yeah, it is consistent across the board with what it gives you. Just, you know, probably would prefer shields and potentially weapon damage above all else. Yeah, that biotic damage is really tempting. We can afford it, but it would make us quite broke if we got it now, so I think maybe we wait a little bit before we decide if we want to get that now, because we'd like to have a little bit more on hand so we aren't completely broke afterward.
But you're certain the neural stimulators are compatible with both my suit and Asari physiology?
Huh?
Absolutely. In fact, I use this model at home, sir.
Oh. Do you?
This guy is so sassy. Why does it need to be compatible with your suit and Asari suits? Are you? Oh no, I don't know. Alright, well anyways, let's see. So I'm actually not sure if we necessarily need to do this mission for Gianna immediately, or if we can, in theory, come back on a future occasion to do this whenever. Of course, it did kind of sort of sound time sensitive when she gave it to us, but there aren't many quests in Mass Effect 2 that are time sensitive. There are a few, but I'm not sure if this is one of them. In some ways, I might prefer to delay this. Might prefer to delay that. If we can. Let's save, just in case. Because what I was thinking was if we look at our map here, we've got some more stuff we can check out. See, over here we've got, in theory, the Eternity Bar, which I think was a place that we were hearing somebody say. We were expecting to find someone hanging out. Hold on, what was that news announcement saying? Garrus, you're in the way. I wanted to hear what the news announcement was saying.
Come to Genetic Paradigms and come out of your shell. A division of Elcos Combine.
Was that a genetic modification joke? I missed the beginning of it, so I'm not entirely sure.
I'm gonna have that asshole arrested.
Excuse me? Sounds like we're potentially gonna want to find the troublemaker. Shall we chat?
Watch yourself if you go in there. Some human is causing trouble. He's demanding that I sign the place over to him.
Don't sign things here. Apparently it's a bad idea.
I'll be careful.
Or you could kill him. You know, legally, in self-defense. I'd make a really good witness. Failing that,
I'm not sure that's how that works.
Now, if he or anybody else causes trouble, I'll have their asses arrested.
Okay. We got Paragon points just from talking to you. Sure?
An independent inquiry is investigating a group known as Cerberus in light of charges made by one Corporal Toombs.
Yeah, we've heard that.
Testimony by an apparent Cerberus scientist. A researcher known only as Dr. Wayne has been promised immunity and has suggested Cerberus may also be tied
Well,
to
this appears to be the bar.
several years ago.
See if there's anyone we can chat with here. Oh. Heard about Lantea. That is, I think, the person we were expecting to find here. Double check. Which one of our missions she was affiliated with? Dr. Liara Tassoni, knows Astro's best information broker, at her office overlooking the trading floor for the assassin. Was it for Justicar then? Somebody was saying, is this the person that's going to take us to Liara? Dr. Liara Tassoni in her office overlooking the trading floor. We've definitely seen your name before. I just don't remember which which quest you're affiliated with.
So then he says, oh, it's okay. Our amino acids are all different. So it's not like we can get diseases or anything if we go natural.
I'm telling you, this is why you shouldn't date humans.
So then I had to explain about cross-species fluid contact. Completely killed the mood.
Not to mention
Oh.
that you're a Quarian. How could he be so insensitive?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna explain that one, but, I'm gonna let you read between the lines there.
You're really holding out on me? I'm a man on the edge. I got nothing to lose. I'll do anything to get the job done. I'll go all the way without a second thought.
Well, here's a name you might recognize. Another callback from Mass Effect 1. Conrad Verner. Everyone's favorite.
You want to see how far I'll go? I learned how to shove a gun in people's faces from Commander Shepard.
Hey, if you know this idiot, can you rein him in before I slap his ass with a singularity?
Shepard, is it really you? It's me, Conrad Verner. We met on the Citadel. I wanted to become a Spectre. Oh, and then you shoved a gun in my face. You showed me what it meant to be truly extreme. I learned that lesson well. So you're alive, huh? I hear it goes like that in the biz. Why don't you sit back and watch how it's done? I got some asses to kick.
Okay, so, fun fact. Conrad Verner, this conversation is bugged. No matter what you did to him in Mass Effect 1, how you reacted to him, talked to him, he will always say that you shoved a gun in his face. And that is the most renegade option. We did not do that. So he incorrectly accused us of doing that. Don't worry, Lids, what, you never did that. What's he talking about? Yeah, he's wrong. This conversation specifically is bugged. No matter what you do, he will say that. So, that being said, let's not take it any further than it has to go here. We don't need to shoot his foot.
Conrad, why are you acting like me?
What, are you crazy? I'm nothing like you. I'm not a Spectre working for the Council. I'm on my own, backed only by my wits and my nerves. No rules, no laws, just whatever it takes to get the job done.
I mean, he's got the renegade idea, right?
I'm not like you at all.
Does have the renegade idea down, just that that's not actually our approach that we took with him. And also, you don't have any military training, I don't think, so you are just setting yourself up to get absolutely eviscerated as soon as you run into any sort of dangerous situation.
Conrad, do you have any actual combat training?
I'm saving the galaxy, Shepard. I don't have time for training. Don't you get it?
Yeah, no,
You're
we
a
did
big
get training.
jerk, but you saved the galaxy and showed other races that humans mattered. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are actually some long-term ramifications for Conrad Verner having thought that we put the gun in his face. Obviously, this conversation, as you can see, the more and more we talk to him, the more and more he brings it back up. But perhaps even beyond this, if we, there are any consequences after this conversation, I think it may even have a domino effect from that. So there may be some future conversation, I don't even know, maybe a mission that is permanently affected by this bug. Unfortunately, again, I think some people had found a way to debug it in the original Mass Effect 2, but I don't know if people have gotten around to it on Mass Effect Legendary Edition at all. But anyways, besides that, so that was the whole combat training, or lack thereof, in the case of Conrad. Speaking of which, what exactly is your job, and how are you getting the money to do all this stuff and just try to, protect the galaxy? Nobody's paying you to do this. And it's dangerous work, and it's expensive to get combat armor and weapons and what have. I mean, who knows if he actually has that stuff, but...
So, you just wander the galaxy, righting wrongs?
Hey, don't say it like that. I talk to people, Ask them if they have big problems that only I can solve. You'd be surprised how many people are just waiting for someone to talk to them. Sometimes I poke through crates, too. For extra credits.
Oh. Yeah. So, you've become a thief, is the other way that you're making ends meet. I see. Speaking of buying weapons and armor, that really does look like N7 armor, the type of armor that once upon a time we were wearing back in Mass Effect 1. It is, I would have to imagine, usually only issued by Alliance military, so, seeing as how you very much did not go through the Alliance military, how exactly did you get that?
How did you get that armor?
Oh, they make some pretty convincing replicas these days, if you're willing to pay. Getting the whole getup was pretty expensive, but my wife was really supportive. She even paid for my shuttle fare off-world.
Your wife? Your wife supports you in all this stuff? Okay. Sounds like she may be loaded to help support you in this crazy hobby that you seem to have made for yourself. This extremely dangerous and expensive hobby that no sane person would support you through. But, I mean, you say you just run around righting wrongs and do whatever has to be done. I mean, we could do that because we respect her, and so we could kind of break all the rules and we get pardoned by the council, but you don't have that luxury.
Any decent security system will detect that you aren't in the military, much less part of my squad.
I just say that I'm deep cover and don't appear on systems. I'm doing the best I can, okay? You were a hero.
What?
You saved the
In what
galaxy
world does
and
that
showed
work?
everyone what humanity could do. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
Alright, well, I mean, what were you doing here, comrade? It looked like, or sounded like you were getting up to some trouble.
Why were you trying to get the deed to this place?
This place is actually a front for a red sand dealer. I need to take it over to crack the ring.
What? Who the hell told you that?
The owner of that weapons store near the carport? She's an undercover cop. She told me about it when I introduced myself.
Pretty sure you
This
aren't
is
supposed to
crap
say
for
that.
brains. First, we don't sell red sand. Second, red sand is legal on Ilium. You just need a license.
Third, yeah, we actually do sell red sand, but I wasn't going to tell you that because you're just being really annoying. But as I said in part 2, it's legal. So, anyways, why don't we handle
I'll
this?
talk to this undercover cop and figure out what's going on.
Thank you. If I kill annoying customers, it usually causes property damage. That comes out of my pay.
Just let me know if you need any help, Shepard.
Okay, well, the list of quests continues to grow here. So, let's see. We check our journal. Now we have Ilium Conrad Verner. The person making trouble in Eternity is actually Conrad Verner, an obsessed fan trying to prove himself. An Asari weapons merchant tricked him into trying to shut Eternity down for unknown reasons. Find the weapons merchant? Okay. Oh, this was the troublemaker. Okay. Okay. You hear that, Conrad? You were labeled a troublemaker. That's the kind of reputation you're making for yourself. I mean, in theory, we would maybe possibly be able to buy some things here, but not at the moment. Let's talk to the bartender first in that case.
Thanks for taking care of that crazy guy. Saves me having to beat him to death with his own spine.
Oh,
That makes the other customers nervous.
Oh.
Anyway, this is Eternity, and I'm Athena, a sorry matriarch and bartender. Get you anything?
matriarch? That's a pretty illustrious title. Not one you would normally think of for someone who's a bartender.
You're an Asari matriarch? I thought matriarchs served as honored advisors.
Right. Which I do here at this bar. I know, not what you'd expect. But nobody on Thessia wanted to listen to my wise counsel, so here I am. Dad was a Krogan who fought in the Rachni Wars. My mother fought in the Krogan rebellions. I've pretty much seen it all.
Oh. Okay. So, lots of questions then. Let's start by digging a little bit deeper about working at a bar as an Asari matriarch. That is just very strange. That's like someone who has a doctorate degree, you know, has all these illustrious accolades, all these awards they've won for doing all their stuff, and then, you know, they're working in a fast food restaurant.
Why is a matriarch in a bar serving drinks?
It's better than what most other matriarchs are doing. Look at that screw-up with Saren and his Geth a few years back. All that Asari wisdom got the Destiny Ascension blown to hell, and now you humans are in charge. And I warned him, told people on Thessia what was coming, and they didn't want to hear it.
What was coming? Also, as we will find out later, that statement actually has particular significance coming from this person we're talking to right now. But, yeah, what exactly was coming, and what exactly did you warn them about?
What didn't they want to hear?
That art and philosophy and political prowess wasn't gonna cut it. We can't go a single Asari lifetime without some big war breaking out. We need to get our daughters working earlier, not spending their wild maiden years stripping or in merc bands. When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass. So now, I serve drinks.
I kind of love that phrase for Asari. That's pretty fantastic. Okay, so that's working at a bar. Let's see, you said your mother was an Asari, your father was a Krogan, I think?
Your mother fought in the Krogan rebellions?
I don't know whether she fought. She scouted, sniped a few people, and blew up a couple of space stations. You know, commando stuff. She'd put the old commando leathers on for special nights with Dad. Goddess, that was embarrassing.
Oh. Okay, let's not ask any more about that then. But it sounds like both your parents were in the wars, and the Krogan rebellions was, after the Rachni Wars, when, as we were saying, the Krogan got quote-unquote uplifted, and, became quite numerous, and basically started, recolonizing worlds that were already colonized by other species, becoming a nuisance and, you know, basically, starting to conquer the galaxy themselves. Then there was a war against all the Krogan, well, everyone else against the Krogan, and got named the Krogan Rebellion, so, yeah, that is a little strange, that it sounds like, if your mother was an Asari fighting the Krogan Rebellions and your father was a Krogan, does that mean your parents were enemies?
If your mother fought in the rebellions and your father was a Krogan, didn't that cause tension?
They didn't
I suppose the timeline might not have lined up per se, given how long the Asari lifelines are.
As far as either one knew, they were both just warriors. Dad boasted. Mom stayed quiet.
Oh.
Mom was a matriarch herself. Dad was near on 1,000 when the truth came out.
Oh, then again, Krogan also lived very long lives, so, yeah, what happened then?
What happened when he found out?
I was about 100, shaking my ass in some sleazy bar. They got me on the link, told me that they were gonna have it out, and made me promise to love whichever one survived. Turned out to be damn easy, since neither one did.
Oh.
Family, huh? What a kick in the quad.
Okay. That's one way for your family to, hash out their differences. Okay, so what about your dad, then? This Krogan guy.
You said your father fought in the Rachni Wars.
Yeah, when he was young. Loved showing off his war scars. Krogan think they're sexy. Me, I go for asses. When I was a girl, he'd tell me about landing on this poison-filled world and stomping a Rachni queen into muck. Scientists say all that stuff about us getting genetic material from the father is crap. Seems like I got a bit of his mouth, though.
Okay, well, I suppose that makes some sense. So, as a reminder, the Asari are basically capable of reproducing with any other species in the galaxy, except in doing so, they will, of course, their offspring will still be Asari, as we're talking to someone who's the daughter of an Asari and a Krogan, and we're definitely not looking at someone who looks like a Krogan. It doesn't look like some, blend between Asari and Krogan, but apparently doing the reproducing for Asari basically just like reshuffles their DNA, and so it's not super clear to what extent they actually take on the traits of their non-Asari parent. And it seems as though she's saying that is, some debate as to the extent to which that happens, although that is apparently something that they believe is true. But yeah, it does sound, perhaps like she has the mouth of a Krogan in that sense. She's not hesitating to speak her mind, even when it is a little crass. But okay, I mean, she certainly has a long lifespan. She's a matriarch. She's probably around 1,000. She said both her parents lived to over 1,000.
What's it like, living for nearly 1,000 years?
Violent. Wars break out. Colonies get destroyed. Sometimes you hear good news, like that colony on Pharaoh surviving. That's the exception, though.
Hey,
Find
we did
peace
that.
In whatever
We helped
arms
them.
will hold you. Turian, Elcor, Hanar, even had a pureblood daughter. I was the father. Didn't work out. And one day you wake up, your figure's gotten matriarchal, and everyone else is too young to remember how the Quarians looked inside those suits.
That's cool. She knows what the Quarians look like. Also had a child? Okay, I guess we can't ask you about that. But, I suppose that's it for
Thanks
now.
for telling me about that.
That's what I'm here for, babe. Catch you anything else?
Sure?
I'd like something to drink.
Sure. I'll set up a tab at the drink kiosk. Knock yourself out. Literally, if you want. Just don't drink anything for Turians or Quarians. Does nasty things to your insides. Once saw Krogan drink a liquefied Turian on a dare 6 or 7 centuries back. Nobody came out of that one looking pretty.
Ooh. Okay, on that note...
Thanks for setting up the drinks.
Right. Don't eat the nuts in the Red Bowls. They're for Turians and Quarians. You'll get cramps.
I mean, we do have Garrus with us, so, Garrus, don't worry, man. They got some food and drinks for you, too. And now we can take a look at this, kiosk here. Shot of liquor, the best Asari hard liquor money can buy. Much more refined than that Krogan stuff. Okay, only costs 5 credits. Then we have glass of wine, sweet and mellow glass of famous Asari honey mead. Mystery drink. Whatever this is, it's rumored to come from the deepest reaches of the Traverse, distilled on a shadowy, nameless planet by specifically adapted Vorcha. Okay, not sure if we're looking to get any of that stuff right now, but okay, interesting nonetheless. Let's see.
Deserve somebody who respects you. Somebody who's going to treat you right.
Oh, I think I'm just going to stop dating for a while.
No, don't do that. Don't let some human spoil you.
It's always the same thing. Ooh, she could get sick. She's vulnerable. I wonder what she looks like under the helmet.
You'll find someone out there who cares about you for who you are. Someone whose food you can eat, even.
Something tells me she sees that guy in the friend zone, and this guy is, trying to, say hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm suggesting you go out with me. Especially since, as we were just hearing, Turians and the Quarians have the same, what is it, dextroamino acid biology, so they're the ones that can eat the same stuff and what have you.
Maybe after work we could catch a vid or something.
See?
Sweet, but I'm okay. A little dry spell isn't gonna kill me.
We could watch Fleet and Flotilla. It got awards for its portrayal of Turian and Quarian relationships.
Anyway,
Let's see.
Worst, I did have the nerve stimulation program built into my suit.
And I hear that the love scenes are...
What? Standard equipment for any responsible adult. Oh, here, let me fire it up. Excuse me, human. Private conversation.
A little space, please.
Okay, don't mind us just casually eavesdropping on that conversation that got very private.
Oh, it's okay. Our amino
Okay, and this is the beginning of this conversation shade, but
diseases right
yeah,
now.
that's
Natural.
so there you have it. That's some stuff there. That's life and love of the Quarians.
How could he be so insensitive?
That's the guy over there. Suddenly just became significantly louder once we walked in this room. I'm not sure why. But okay, so that was, if we're looking at our map, that was that area down there at the Eternity Bar. But we are looking for Liara's apartment, which is apparently overlooking the trading terminal. Oh?
Does not encourage or tolerate prejudice against any sapient species and apologizes for any unintentional misstatements implying otherwise.
Well, that's our guy.
All right. Let's do it.
Excellent. So the total comes to 116,420 credits.
That's a lot.
Oh, of course. I just need to make a call. I should, check the warranty first.
Right. Right. Loser. You totally can't afford that. And I know it, and you know it. You're just trying to pretend that you can still afford it. Okay. That looks like the fast travel stuff that we saw in Mass Effect 1, the little panels. So, I am, in case you didn't notice, I am deliberately trying not to resolve these missions quite yet. There is a reason for that. I'm not sure if we necessarily need to avoid them now, but let's just say there may potentially be reason why we might want to not complete them at the moment. So I'll double check that sometime in the future.
Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new technological discoveries may upset the market balance and cost skilled workers their jobs. Later today, we'll hear from survey teams talking about the latest technology you won't be able to live without.
Oh, absolutely won't be able to live without. Tell that to the Volus guy downstairs. Alright, then we have Nixeris.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Liara will be pleased to see you.
Okay, looks like we are in the right place to find Liara. What exactly are you doing here? Liara have her own personal assistant?
You're Liara's assistant?
Yes, Liara relies upon me to acquire useful intelligence. I don't have her network of contacts, but I supply her with supplemental data. It's really an honor to work with her.
Okay, now, of course we previously ran into the Sari who was making some contacts with the Arachni and really sounded like she was being mind controlled. You're kind of giving similar vibes. At least your tone of voice sounds very similar. So, do people respect Liara right now? How's she been doing?
What's Liara's reputation here on Ilium?
She is greatly respected. In a few short years, she's amassed a sizable network of connections. She could have even more political power than she already wields if she weren't so focused on her personal goals. But I believe she should tell you about that, not me.
Okay, I was kind of saying maybe we ask her more about that, but I suppose that makes sense to ask Liara instead.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
Okay, let's see. Presumably, these through here. Why don't we save as well?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls. Shepard.
Another one of the most famous lines from this game.
My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
It's also good to see a unit of Asari commandos. Because there are few who have. Sources though? Who told you about us?
You have sources now?
A few. Sources, contacts, even a little hired muscle. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years.
Yeah, you know, since we died, you can say it.
And now you're back. Gunning for the collectors with Cerberus.
You're not wrong. But we are looking to build a team right now, so, you know, I mean, you helped us before. If you could help us again, that would be greatly appreciated. Use all the hands we can get.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
I mean, what things? What do you need help with?
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
Okay. I mean, can you just tell us what's going on here? I mean, we're friends, right? You helped us out, and we helped you. You mostly helped us out in Mass Effect 1. I mean, we helped you achieve some of your life goals of collecting Prothean technology and doing research on the Protheans, and, you know, it was a two-way street in that sense.
What's this all about, Liara? Can't you just talk to me?
You can
Don't
trust
you
us.
think I want to, Shepard? This isn't because I don't trust you. This is Ilium. Anything I say is probably being recorded.
Alright, if you say so. But in that case, why do you need our help?
Hacking a terminal sounds pretty easy. Why do you need me?
I don't know anyone else I can trust. Hacking the security node won't get you the data. It just creates a minor glitch in the system. You'll have a short time to find a local server left vulnerable by that glitch, and upload the data to my system. I'm leaving my own system vulnerable so that the data can be imported during that short time.
Okay, you know, if you're being recorded in saying this, then maybe you should have left that little detail out, because you did very much just invite for someone to hack your system during that moment. And, well, that could certainly prove to be a bit of a problem. But, okay, we'll see what we can do.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
Okay. Sure. So we can look to help Liara. However, we do have other business to attend to here on Ilium. That being, we have... we are intending to recruit both Samara and Thane, who are both apparently here on Ilium.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Okay. Did we see Dara previously? I'm not sure if we did. Is Samara being tracked, or are we talking about Dara here?
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
Okay. Sure. What about Thane in that case?
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting...
Also, my monitor decided to turn off for a second there. So, hopefully you guys can still see that.
Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
Got a little distracted with that one. So, about recruiting Thane, Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell us more about where Thane is. And you just knew that offhand?
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
Oh. That's one way to put it. Yeah, so, one thing, I mean, just general observation. We saw this with Garrus. It was immediately clear to me, at least, as soon as we met Garrus in Mass Effect 2, that, a lot has changed for him in the past couple of years. I was saying it before, in Mass Effect 1, it's kind of whiny, always complaining a lot about how things weren't going his way with his job, and he just felt like there was nothing he could do about it, and it's like, alright, man, you know, then do something about it. Don't just complain all the time. Find a solution and make it happen. And then, in Mass Effect 2, start of that, he very much did just that, and said, alright, enough excuse making. I'm just gonna go here, start my own group, and hunt down 3 separate mercenary groups, and at the end, fight them single-handedly when we found him. So, he's come a long way in the past couple of years, and as it appears here with Liara, same can be said for her. You know, she was, when we first met her, just a soft-spoken researcher who was just worried about, just wanted to find out more about the Protheans. That was her passion, and just happened to get swept up in all this stuff with the Reapers with us, fighting Saren. And now she has gone a lot further than the peaceful, intellectual researcher, and as she was just saying, turned into a much more cold-blooded information broker. And as she said, I mean, she was threatening to kill someone as soon as we walked in, and has said that she has some hired muscle as well. So yeah, she's changed a lot in the past couple of years as well. So that being said, that looks like just about everything we can ask her about here. So I suppose now we can carry on.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
Okay, but I mean, what about you? What about you?
How's your own work going?
Everyone needs information, Shepard. You want to know why I don't drop everything to join you? I need to get that data. It should be about friendship or trust. But that's not the way it works on Ilium. Let me know when you hack those terminals. Give me that, and I can talk to you.
Okay. We'll see what we can do.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
Okay. Then we saw, briefly, after one of those dialogue chains, an option down in this corner to say, let's go get the Shadow Broker. Like, excuse me? Where did that come from? That's a pretty big jump from what we were talking about before. It's not there anymore, but of course we did, I believe we did read up on the Lair of the Shadow Broker mission. If we have not, then we can do that in just a second, but let's say goodbye.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Let's see. Talk to Serena in the cargo transfer level downstairs. So, yeah, we read it. Lair of the Shadow Broker. So this whole thing about Cerberus trying to get some information about the Shadow Broker, and Liara happens to be also trying to deal with the Shadow Broker as well. So, it's not come completely out of nowhere in that sense. So, of course, she's helping us get to the Justicar, Samara. We now know we need to talk to the tracking, hopefully not trafficking, Officer Dara in the transportation hub for her. Whereas for Thane, we need to talk to Serena. And, the thing is, we also now have the systems hacking, which is the thing that Liara seems very, very concerned about. Doesn't seem to be able to pay much attention to anything else until we can find a way to sort that stuff out. So, that is related to some of those other things we were just looking at. So, that may be something we look to do soon. See, oh, it's not Nick Saris we're looking to talk to, although I'm kind of curious if you have anything else to say.
Liara will be pleased to see you.
No, nothing new.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah, just her tone of voice seems really forced, really odd. Like, someone is, you know, like she knows her boss is staring at her through it, either directly, as is currently the case, or could be the case, or as a security camera trained right on her. It's like, they are watching everything that I do and recording every word that I say. Hello, Shepard. Don't mind me. Is there anything I can do to help you? Please help. Please help me. I'm trapped.